other external members are having the link, they will be able to join, and also they will be able to participate. So today, our session marks the last session in the month of January, and this marks the end of uh, what we are trying to package on this very program that we call Scholars and Leaders Support Program. And of course, today it is a business of what we have established this very program, where we have our participants, scholars to also interact and also share their experiences. And we'll be looking at different aspects of it. We'll be looking at the presentation on a thematic focus. We'll be looking at training, special training on a particular skills. Then we'll be looking at projects, and possibly there could be opportunity to find funding when we present our project, as we have people that are actually interested in this very program. Dr. Monof has promised, Dr. Renoka has promised, and Dr. Mohammed that I just met also is also coming on board, and some others. So today we want to look at the issue of profiling when we are talking about the networking opportunities or global networking opportunities. Profiling your brand or professional career status, and the rest of that is very, very important. And today, I have deliberately looked at the people that are already keen into this very strategy of profiling, and also have done a lot to upgrade themselves above their peers in what they do in career and also in their profession. And in fact, that's exactly what played out. We have many participants, almost like we have other members. But when we want to select the people that will come on board, we look at the profile. It is the profile that is going to tell us what level of confidence we can have in any scholar to actually deliver on the particular subject matter. And that is exactly what we want to discuss today. It is a global networking session, and we are looking at profiling and also the opportunities that comes with it. And
as the case may be, we know this is a global networking section. We have scholars across the world. I'm glad to be in your midst today as one of lovers of education. And I would like to introduce myself from the saying of Bill Allen, which says education itself is not the answer to the question, but education is the means to the answer to all the questions. So what this is telling us is that whatever education we are acquiring will not really be what will give us what we want, but the way we apply those education in the long run is what is going to tell the difference. So I have an humble background. I am from Osun State. So I did my secondary school, my national diploma in computer engineering, far back 2003, 2004. So before then, my jump experience was something that was very tough. I had to write jump 4 times. Not that I wasn't among the brilliant students, but none of the results was released. So the initial experience growing up was very tough, but with prayer, with determination to strive, we thank God where we are today. So at the end of the day, I went to Ire Polytechnic to did my computer engineering. I graduated with an upper class. Then I started in a bank. I've had over 15 years experience in the banking sector. So I started at EcoBank, where I did my IT then. So during the IT, I was able to learn a lot about how to manage cash and all that, customer service and all that. So from there, I moved to GT Bank, where I started my career as an IT person. So I was heading the channel support for the region, that's Abuja and the North Central region. So I was there for around 5 years. So I left there in 2012. So I moved to Jais Bank. So there is this small experience that I have about my movement to Jais Bank, which the interview day, we had around 9 people vying for the same position I went for. In terms of qualification, arguably I was the least. I was the only one with ND. In fact, we have people that have distinction, 2-1, 2-2, masters from abroad and all that. But what distinguished me then was before I went for that interview, I'd already had 2 different certifications in IT. So those certifications speaks to the skills that I was there to sell. So to the glory of God, I was the one that got the job. So from there, I moved to Jais Bank. I mean, the Jais Bank have been there for since then. So, and I grew to a level whereby I had the channel support of the organization. So, and with that, I was able to acquire a lot of skills in terms of the technical skills and the managerial skills. So, in terms of my education background, I have mixture of both the management, the business, and the technical. So I have a couple of certifications in IT today, ranging from being a certified project manager, digital payment professional, ISO lead implementer, A plus CompTIA certified, CCNA certified, and a couple of other certifications. So this is the little I want to talk about now. Thank you so much, Doctor.
So far, I just let me say I'm a starter in this. I'm a beginner when it comes to career, and yeah, let me just put it as career. So in this field, I'm just a beginner, and I had my secondary education in Oyo State and my first degree BSc in Osun State University. So I just thought to continue here, and so far I've gained some certifications. I get a basic one in, I call it a basic one because I know there are still other steps to take, and there are still more professional certifications to get on it if I want to, on project management, on human resource management, and on um on there's one word I can't really remember because I just had to take them during my NYSC, just to add up to the things in case there are opportunities on ground. That's one of the things we are chasing as beginners. We prepare ourselves for opportunities, and when they come around, at least we'll be able to present something on them. So I think that's all for now. Thank you for listening, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. That's a very interesting one. I will also make remarks. Let's go straight to Mr. Frank from Uganda.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. To you, one of my journeys. I want to was like, oh, thank you so much. They gave me. Then I sat and I was able to prosper and I performed well because I was like, am I going to really manage this university? I performed and now I'm done. From there, it was in 2023. I was like, jobs are not there. Remember, I was passionate about agro processing. When I was passionate about it, I said, no, let me do what? Let me start something small. I saw there was the need to start a processing thing. I opened up a small thing, small juice processing hub, which right now I'm operating in. It is called Yakito Beverages Uganda Limited. It processes pineapple juice right now. Yes, that's it. And I'm also an IED mentor program. I mentor students there. I'm also an agribusiness consultant at C&F Agribusiness Consultant. I've just started it with my friend. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is Mr. Frank from Uganda. When we allotted the time to the delivery, let's look at the time so that we will construct our narration within the time. Yes. Let's go to the next question. The next question I have said is the topic we are going to talk about today. Let's start from Miss Jennifer Olawore.
All right, thank you, sir. So the topic we are discussing today, as given, is career profiling and global opportunities. Like what new generation scholars and leaders should take note of. So as upcoming leaders and scholars, there are certain things you need to understand coming into this new field in society. We need to understand that it is different from what we used to know and what you are used to. We're just coming from school, from institutions, from our various schools. So we are coming into the world. What are the things we need to understand as new generation scholars and leaders? And one of the things it should take importance is that we are coming into a competitive world, in a world where there's a lot of competitions. So we need to position ourselves well for where we are going in our various field of interest. All right. So, and we need to understand something again, that there's a need to study the pattern and the experiences of past and current leaders, those that are there now, the present leaders, the present scholars. What are their experiences? We need to learn from them, and we need to know their strengths and weaknesses, what they didn't do well, and what they are doing right. These are the things we need to understand. So we should we need to be competent in this field. That's the goal and that's the aim. We are chasing competence in this field as a new generation scholar and researcher and leader. Anywhere we find ourselves in our professions and our career, we are just chasing, and we are looking forward. We are aiming at being competent at what we are doing. So one of the things we need to study and we need to observe is communication, our communication skill. We need to improve and increase it as a new and upcoming scholar and leader. We should improve on our communication, and we should do it well, as we should. And another thing is collaboration and networking. I think we've been talking about that for in the past two classes now, networking and collaboration. And we should also learn to manage and ask for help. Asking for help is difficult, I must say, because take for example myself. Let me use myself as an example. I think the very first time I posted on my LinkedIn account was last week. I've had this account since last year for a good 1 year, but I've been seeing people post. I've been seeing professors. I've been seeing my mates posting on LinkedIn. But I'll be like, how do I start? What do I want to write? Like when I was about to start preparing myself and profiling myself, I asked Dr. Adibisi. I said, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I told him, I think that was last year. I said, I don't know how to start. I don't know how to write my profile. I don't know how to just do everything on LinkedIn. I was scared. That's it. But if you dwell on that fear, there's no way you're going. That's the truth. You just start anyhow. Just start anyhow. Just look at those people that are doing it already, those that are there already. You can even look at professors. You've not had the kind of experience they've had. You've not published a lot of papers like them. But with the little you have, just start. As time goes on, you adjust, you adjust until you get what you're trying to get. So that's one of the things. So we should not be scared, and we should learn to ask for help. Ask for help. That's where the place of mentorship comes in. We should not put aside mentorship as upcoming scholars and upcoming researchers and new generation leaders. If you are chasing and if you are looking forward to being a leader, there's no how you set aside mentorship. Mentorship, it is very, very important. You need to learn, and mentorship is kind of wide. You just need to look for someone who is in your field. Like, we have a lot of people who can mentor you, but you need to look for someone who is in the field or in the same field of interest just as you to start. That's when you approach the person and look at the strength of that person and look at the weakness of that person. No one is perfect. You accept that we are all human. So you don't expect your mentor to do everything you want. Your mentor cannot even do what you want, because he's like tutoring you, he's like putting you through. So it will not always be easy for you when you are under a mentor. As a mentee, it will not always be easy. So we need to understand that, so that it will not always be easy when we are under a mentor. It will be tasking and challenging. That's the truth. But if we can adapt and we can blend and we can position ourselves well and learn and take the pain to learn from a mentor, that's when we grow to become the kind of person we want to become, the kind of leader that we want to become. And that's another thing. And another thing is, we need to listen well. We need to listen well. We should not put aside the place of listening, active listening. It is very important as someone who is coming up and someone who is learning. We need to listen, and not even listen to leaders alone, not even listen to mentors alone, not even listen to those above you alone. Listen to those under you too. You will learn from them. It is very important. Even if, like, take for example, like me, who is just coming into this field, into this society, into this world, I need to learn from students in my environment. I need to learn from students, or those that are coming up with questions that they think I should know. I shouldn't just chase them away, or I shouldn't just tell them I can't answer your question. No. If we don't understand that, we can look. That's why we have mentors. That's why I put mentors first before coming to listening. That's why we have mentors. If you know you can't answer this question, then go to your mentor. Ask this the way you're supposed to, and they will put you through. And we should learn to engage in difficult conversations as upcoming scholars and upcoming leaders. Learn how to engage in difficult conversations that will be in an honest and supportive way. Because we have some people that they'll just be using. We have some people who they tell you they want to learn. They tell you they are new generation, they are upcoming, or they are willing to learn, they are willing to be a scholar, but they are trying to move or to dive from engaging in difficult conversations. These are the things that will mold you. These are the things that will help you to become what. Rome is not built in a day, and in fact, raw gold, it needs to go under refining and refining again before it becomes what we want it to be. So engaging in difficult conversations, engaging in honest, that's why I said honest in quotes, honest conversations, difficult but in honest ways. The ones you don't know, you tell them you don't know. The ones you know, you tell them you know. If you go, that's why LinkedIn is a very good space for upcoming leaders. So I need to admonish us, that those of us that are yet to have a LinkedIn account or yet to open, as I said it earlier, please and please start anyhow. Start anyhow. Your profile it may be rough. It may not be as cumbersome and as explicit as you want it to be. It will not be as comprehensive as you want it to be. Just start with the little you have. Then you later on you begin to brand yourself and position yourself well. So engage in honest conversations. The ones you don't know, you learn from LinkedIn. You have some people who post you have some people who post valuable content there. Valuable content. 80% of people on LinkedIn, they are scholars. They are people we can learn from all across the world. So when you learn from them, you know what you don't, you tend to understand. If you're really willing to learn, you tend to understand those things that are like questions, those questions in your heart that even you don't know how to present it to people physically. If you're willing to learn, and if you're willing to upgrade yourself, you will learn from LinkedIn, you learn from posts of scholars and experienced people, of seasoned people in your field. You will learn from them, and moving forward, you know what else to do. And another thing is, you need to choose your career. Know exactly where you're going. Know exactly where you're going. You're not just moving. You need to have a direction as an upcoming scholar. Have a direction. You're not just going. When I started, I was like, I want my area of interest is climate change. What exactly in climate change? I don't know. And that was the truth. I don't know. But when I began to read more, to learn more, and to focus, it is wide. Like this world and this various field of interest, you have various fields in this society and in this world of career. But when you know what you want, when you know the topic, then you start to break it down. Start to break it down and start to learn. Start to break it down, start to read. Start to break it down, start to apply for opportunities. Opportunities will then open you to what you need to know. This is what I'm saying. I'm using myself as an example because we are talking from experience now. I'm going into climate change. My area of interest is climate change. Then what else do I need to do? Do I have published journals? Maybe no. Then what are the things I need to do? There's nothing I can apply for a job on climate change. Because I have nothing. I have no profile on it. I have nothing to do on it. Then start by volunteering in organizations that deals with what you want. Start by volunteering in organizations that deal with what you want. Then start applying to academies that deals with what you want. Then maybe in the process of application, they will tell you to write a short essay or to come up with a motivation letter. Then how do I come about it? You start to read, you start to learn, you start to make research on that field. Doing so will make you to understand more things about this field of interest. That's how to learn as upcoming scholars and as upcoming leaders. That's how to learn. So by the time you make research on writing your motivation letter, on writing the essay, the topic on the essay given to you from where you're applying to, application to that, even if you're not later on, even if you're not being granted access, or you were not accepted, you are not admitted to the academy, you've added something to yourself as an upcoming scholar. You've added something to yourself and you've gained more. You've learned something. And by doing that, if one doesn't work, another will work another time. That's it. Take risk and give it all your best. It may not be easy, but I know that it will be rewarding at last. So that's just it for now. Thank you very much.
Wow, 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 wow. That is very interesting. Let's go straight to Mr. Jamil.
Okay, sir. So I would like to quickly share my screen. I hope you are seeing my screen. Okay, so I would want to go straight to the points, looking at the timeline, so that we can be able to quickly cover one or two things. So as said by the earlier scholar, we are looking at career profiling and global opportunities. So the aim and insight and solution for scholar leaders looking to explore career profiling and global opportunity, and the understanding the importance of career profiling and the benefits. So that's the introduction to it. As modern technology connects scholars and leaders across the globe, there is need for solutions to address challenges they face in career to explore global opportunities. Now, career profiling as used by TESDA. So TESDA is an acronym that speaks to Technical Education Skills Authority in Philippines. So this concept came up in 1974. So what they said about career profiling is that it refers to career guidance, service geared towards helping students, out of school youth, unemployed adults, to make decisions intelligently on what career to pursue by having them undergo self-assessment of their ability and occupational interest. So the results are processed into an individual profile, which serve as the basis for the individual to decide on one particular program to undergo in pursuit of that job best suited to his or her strengths. So the important aspect to look at when you are looking at career profiling, as earlier mentioned by the earlier scholar, you have to do self-assessment. You have to assess yourself using SWOT analysis, for instance. SWOT is talking about your strengths, look at your weaknesses, vis-a-vis the available opportunities, then what are the threats that can deter you from achieving those set goals. So this is one of the most important aspects. You have to start with this. Look at yourself. What am I good at? So maximize that thing that you are good at instead of you looking outside what you are very good at. This is very important. Then also you have to set career goals. Then ensure your career goals are smart. Now, setting career goal, once career options are identified, individuals set their career goals to guide them towards development and strive for success in their choosing field. Like I said, let it be smart. Smart is saying it should be specific, it should be measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So I'll give a small example of it as we have here. How to set a career goal to attain global opportunities, advancing expertise in data science and fraud analytics, for instance. So the specific aspect is to say, okay, I want to enroll in a comprehensive online certification program in data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence with a specialization in data and fraud analytics in order to gain in-depth knowledge and skills that will help organizations to prevent fraudulent activity within the financial sector. So that's the specific part. You are sure of where you are going. You have to ensure it is something that could be measured. Successfully complete all modules within certain stipulated time, let's say in the next 3 months. So that's the measurable aspect of it. Let it be something achievable. Achievable by you taking action in terms of dedicating your time. Be focused. One of the most important issues we are having today, both scholars and the non-scholar, is the fact that we have so many distractions, most especially around the social media network. So this, we need to find a way to manage it properly in order to achieve our set goals. Relevance, this goal has to directly align with the evolving landscape of the financial sector. You know, the major aim is to gain further insight in the data science, machine learning, fraud intelligence, in order to help financial organizations to be able to prevent fraudulent activities. So the relevancy of that, if you look at the current trend globally, fraud is being perpetrated on a daily basis on financial channels. So this is a kind of skill that if you are able to achieve it, you know that it's relevant, it's needed. Then ensure it is time-bound. So whatever you are doing, you have to put a specific timeline that, okay, within this also time, I must ensure I round up on the on my set goals. Now, they are both reflect a targeted and time-bound approach to acquire expertise in a particular area of study. So this is just an example. Now, what are the benefits of having career profiling? It increased self-awareness. You have better career decision-making. It also improved job satisfaction. Also increased chances of success. You know, like I mentioned during my introduction, I said the first job I got was because I have already planned that this is the field I'm going, and I was working already on it, even going through certain certifications far back before I even got the opportunity. So that gave me the chance to succeed during the interview and getting the job. So what are the benefits of global opportunities? We have collaboration with international peers, like what we have in this platform. You have cross-cultural experiences. You have people from India, from UK, from US sharing their experiences. So this is a great opportunity that, I mean, it's not something that you can easily come by. Contributing to global problem solving. Look at when there was issue of a global pandemic. Certain scientists have to put their head together in order to come up with so many ways out around it. So these are benefits of global opportunities. Then it connects professionals. Knowledge and idea are being exchanged. Cross-border job opportunity, leveraging diverse perspective and expertise. So now, these are the basic and important aspect that we need to look into. And also, while you are coming up with this career goal, you need to ensure that the number one goal to success in life is to free yourself from negative emotions. If you have set goal that you want to achieve, you have to be positive minded. There is this saying that before you make someone angry, you must first make yourself to be times two, to have that anger in yourself. And if you are an angry person, you are not happy with the progress of people and all that, you realize for you to even grow in life will become something difficult. Now, and as earlier mentioned, the need to have a mentor cannot be overemphasized. These are people that have had their years, that have learned through the years. So you are leveraging on their expertise, you are leveraging on their experiences. You are not going to pass through those obstacles. So this is okay. Then also in conclusion, you look at career profiling and global opportunity as an avenue to provide scholars and leaders with necessary tools and resources to navigate their career. Global opportunity open doors for scholars, like we mentioned earlier. With the right support and resources, scholars and leaders can make a positive impact on a global scale. It also helps you to unlock your potentials. So due to timing, I think I'm towards the end of my time, so I would like to call it a short for now. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. That is very interesting. Yes, let's go to Mr. Frank from Uganda.
All right. Thank you so much. For me, what I'm going to start on how someone can career profile him or herself is that, first of all, are you passionate on what you want to achieve? If you ask yourself that question, then you succeed and you help yourself to career profile what you want. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, take an example, me. I'm passionate about agro-processing and agro-tourism. If I wasn't passionate about achieving that, or passionate about following that goal, could I have reached that far? First, ask yourself that question. Are you passionate on what you want to achieve? From there, I believe that if you're passionate on what you want to achieve, are you able to network? Are you able to associate with people in line with what you want to do, or other people that are from different nations? If you're able to network and collaborate, like let's say here, if I tell you how I networked with Dr. Sahed, you will wonder, because how I networked with him, someone from the UK, I'm in Uganda, but someone from the UK connected him to me. That's how we say networking and collaboration helps to what? career profile yourself. That's why I'm here on this platform talking to you. And another thing, are you honest in what you're doing? If you're not honest, people will just leave you there. Take an example. If I wasn't honest, I couldn't be on this platform. I was honest to Miss Casti, and she connected me to Dr. Sahed. I was like, oh, she asked me that, Frank, I want to connect you to doctor. And I was like, oh, all right. I waited. And what I can tell you is that you have to be eager on what you want. Let's say if you're not eager, you won't achieve what you want. If I wasn't eager to meet Dr. Sahed, Miss Caste could just leave me there saying that, oh, it's okay. Right now, I wouldn't be here. Another thing, are you specific on what you want to achieve? Are you specific on what you want to do and you love it? If you're not specific and you don't love it, then you won't be able to achieve that goal of yourself. Another thing, are you able to manage yourself? Are you able to manage your schedules? Remember, schedules, we have daily schedules, weekly, monthly. If you're not able to manage your time, how will you be able to carry a profile? Remember, we have people of different nations and people of different interests. If they see that you're not able to manage yourself well, how will you manage other people's things? Are you able to learn better communication skills? Each and every day we learn better communication skills. Sometimes, let me give you an example. I was just there. I received a message from doctor that you're going to attend this session and you're going to be a speaker. I was like, oh, this opportunity is good. And I am here practicing and improving my communication skills. Another thing, you have to run for opportunities. If you want to carry a profile yourself, you have to run for them. Not just sitting there waiting that I will get. No. You have to run for them. If I wasn't able to run for this opportunity or meet doctor and I was honest to him, could I be here talking to you? I'm already a career profile myself. Another thing is people should have targets. Each and every year we should have targets. Let it be monthly, let it be weekly, let it be yearly. We should have targets. If we don't have targets, we will not achieve what we want. Second, let me say that we have to think big. Are you able to think big? Each and every time you're thinking small, how will you meet people? How will you talk to people if you're just thinking small every time you're thinking small? Because you've just, let me give you an example. I've just graduated, but way back, I went to Food and Agriculture Organization. They were like, hey, you've just graduated. How comes you be confident? I was confident. I went to Food and Agriculture Organization. That organization, oh, you meet people of high calibers, and you're like, my God. If I was in fear or if I wasn't confident, I couldn't meet them. That thing helped me. And another thing, we don't have to jump on each and everything we see. Just be specific on one thing. Don't jump today you're this side, today you're in climbing, today you're this side, today you're this side. Be specific. Don't jump on each and everything. Another thing, be polite to people. If you're not polite and hardworking, you won't be able to achieve each and everything. Polite, hard work, trustworthy wins it all. That helps us to achieve our goals. And that will help us, let me say, meet people like how I met Dr. Sahed, Miss Casti in the UK. And another thing, I was able to talk to Dr. Ren. I was like, sometime back, for me, when I'm at LinkedIn, I'm able to talk with people. When I saw that Dr. Renuka is our chair? Yes, global host chair. I was like, I texted her. She was like, okay. I told her that I'm a global coordinator in Uganda. For what? For SLSP. She was like, okay, that's good. She told me that if you want to connect with me, you have to join what? ESFN platform. I was like, okay, that's good. I wanted to talk to and anyway, that's how I did what? Because of the confidence and hard work I'm doing. Politeness helped me what? To achieve my what? My goals. And I know I will achieve them more and more. Thank you, Doctor, for this opportunity.
What do you see to this session?
This session is good, and the thought of everyone have been good and very nice. And one way or the other, I've learned one or two things as well. Particularly, Mr. Jennifer, he said we should not forget about mentorship. That mentorship is very, very important. And you know, in life practice, as you have said, and I picked that one, and it made me to quickly reflect on the mentors that maybe I've forgotten connecting with them in one way or the other. It's very important if you want to network. And she also mentioned that LinkedIn. LinkedIn is, is a place that one can go without having any relationship, without knowing anybody. She mentioned that 80% of people there are scholars. And of a truth, if you want to grow in your own space without begging for anything, without begging for somebody to write a letter for you, you can go there, you can grow your career there, you can get job, you can get recommendations there. Especially if you are in academic. Those that are in academic, you understand what I'm saying. Recommendations are very important if you want to grow. Without having someone recommending you, you cannot grow in your career. And the person that is recommending you, if it is not a person that is well known in your area, you won't be accepted, either for job or for academic, for admission. You cannot go. So it's very, very important. So and as my brother has said, maybe you don't know that it's my brother that made me, when I saw my brother being a speaker, that's what Olavisi tell me, my elder brother made me to join the program. As he said, we started humbly, and to the glory of God, where he is today, it is by the mercy of God. But determination, and God has helped him, and is helping us greatly. As he's going, nobody in family can say, I'm the one that helped Olabisi to where he is today. It is the help of God and the determination he has got to. The experience he has is what even is motivating me as well, the younger one, because I'm indirectly or directly his younger sister. So anytime I look at my brother like this, I would say, if my brother can be where he is today, nowhere I also can be. And we thank God for what God is doing. So we have to keep it moving. We have to keep going. I've seen my colleague as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I have Olowolagba. I'm happy to see him. It has been a very long time, maybe 2003 we separated from the secondary school. I'm happy to see him here today. If truly is the one, I don't know, maybe he's the one or not. So I'm happy to be here. It's my brother that motivated me. I just want to hear from him. It's been a long, very time that I've set my face on my brother since 2017 or 15 or so. So it's a good place to be. We are in academics and the other career path. We are going to connect globally. I say this is a place that we can meet and connect and get good things out of our life. And those that are coming behind us, this is very important for them to learn from. because we don't believe in Nigeria that you can grow in your own pace without having anybody to recommend you, without having a daddy or a person that is a director to write a letter for you before you can get interviewed and get a position. See what my brother said. He said he was interviewed in Jais Bank. Out of the 9 of them, he was the only one that quit because of the little he has added to his own thesis. When a distinction holder cannot get the job and an ordinary OND, because we say it's ordinary, if he has ordinary OND, he can get it. So to continue building ourselves, developing ourselves in any.
I'm glad to be here as well, and I'm glad to be hearing beautiful voices and seeing beautiful faces of people that I'm directly related to. But of most importance to me is those enriching words of encouragement, are those motivational words that are coming out from our speakers today, and how to be determined to be a successful person. And let me take a cue from what Mr. Jamil said, because we somehow had a kind of related experience or background or career path. And I just want to say specifically that when I started my career path as well as a banker, I started the way it did. And at a crossroad, I was contemplating whether I should continue with my professional path, which is accounting, because I'm a student of social sciences. And at that point in time, I spoke to one of my beautiful uncle. He's also from my community, directly related with my mother. So he said something specifically that day. He's a chartered accountant, and he works with a very multinational company in Nigeria that they are paying very well. I said, this is what I want to do. Can you please just advise me? I wanted to continue with my academic line or professional line. So he said something specifically that day, which is what I keep telling people. He said, I'm a chartered accountant today, but if I'm applying for any job, I will state it there that I have HND or BSc before any other communication, any other qualifications. He told me specifically that do not quit your academic line for your professional line. You can actually do the two pari passu. He told me that my HND or BSc that I wanted to do that time, because I started banking as just a trainee to even grow to a certain level before I resigned, and I'm in UK. So he told me that I should not quit my academic line for my professional line. That is actually something of discussion for another day. So, and looking at what speaker have spoken about today, profiling is very key, is very important. I remembered during the period of a kind of exercise that we embarked upon in banking sector, when we're trying to segment, because we're talking about profiling, you're talking about segmentations. So when your customers are not properly segmented or not properly profiled, it will be very difficult for you to actually work on the data that those customers might have given to you. Of course, let's say you want to give loan to certain numbers of customers in, let's say, low or medium scale customers. So if they are not properly profiled, it will be very difficult for you to get across to those customers. At times, you get some messages from telecommunications, maybe MTN, Glo, and the likes, even the financial sectors. You look at it, that does it really worth it? Is this message meant for me? What makes that to happen, to send that message to you in error, was because you are not properly profiled. So what our speakers have spoken about today has actually, is a kind of reorientation, is a kind of re-energizing, is a kind of encouragement for us to be able to plan ourselves very well, so that we know the career paths we are meant to explore. So Kemi Adewale, this is the same show that you know. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so
I
much.
hope both of you are in
opportunity for some of us. Thank you for bringing us together. I've been following your, I will call it philanthropic gesture, because You are a motivation to some of us right here, right? My brother that gave a speech earlier, Mr. Jamil, is also a motivator to some of us. Career, as Mr. Shoaib said earlier, my good brother, I had some of us down and it stopped our academic pursuit. Yeah, there are gains and pains when you quit academics for career, because a lot of opportunity that could have been gained on the career path are left there in the books. So I can see my trainer, my career trainer, my hardware trainer is also on this platform, Engineer G. Bikole. I'm opportunity to have worked directly under his supervisory role in Electro Hall. We were there for some time, for quite a long time, leaving academics. I did my IT there sometimes between 2005 up to 6, and I couldn't return back to school until 2009. So it was even a hard decision to take to have quit job for schooling before I went back for my HND. So if one is not very careful, as Mr. Schweib said, you will think the penny or the token you are gaining from what you are doing currently as a professional, if you let that distract you from pursuing greater academical pursuit, one will be left behind. Some of us were left behind for quite a long time. Thank God, with the help of my brother there, Jamil Olabisi, we were able to come back to the scholar line. And Mr. Dr. Said is one of our focus role model that we are trying to emulate. And I can't thank you enough. I can see a whole lot of people who've missed for long. Mr. Shoaib used to be my good brother back then in the college. Kemi Adewale, also my younger sister, Kosish, younger sister to Mr. Jamil, who happens to be my oldest friend. So thank you. We are enjoying this platform not only as a career path to follow, but also as a means of networking, because I'm finding my feet in the business arena, and I hope to become a business coach and a startup specialist soon in the future. So this kind of network is going to help our community and our society. Thank you very much, Doctor. We appreciate your work.
Wow, thank you so much. And also global opportunity. What is the wrap-up comment that you will have for them? Okay, sorry. I am here now. I am here now. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen before we take that question. I hope everybody can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay? Now, this is an example of what I want to demonstrate as per career profiling. Let's see this gentleman. This is the LinkedIn account. This is the LinkedIn account. If you look at the very profile very well, there are so many elements that I want to take note of. If you look at the cover picture, I put the cover picture to be a scientist working in the lab and in the midst of different people from the different parts of the world. That speaks a volume. That speaks a volume. If you go to my Facebook account, you are going to see another picture of a similar but not the same. If you go to my all other social media something, that is how I try to profile my environment. The second thing that I want to point our attention to is the name. The name. The name reads Ambassador Dr. Said Okpeyemi Adebisi. Actually, my name is very straightforward, Said Adebisi. But that very doctor signifies that this is somebody that has a kind of a success story to tell about academics and research. And many people will be wondering that what's the meaning of this very ambassador? Ambassador is like an honor that an international organization gave to me when I participated in their program. So everybody will be looking at this very profile as definitely this very person must have accumulated experience and affiliated to certain organizations that are globally recognized. Let me also come to the other side of it. If you see this very summary of the profile, it says GSFN Global Chair and Platinum Awardee 2023. Then books plus 30. Scholars Network 1 million plus. Teams Natural Science, Sustainable Lifestyle, and Healthy Living. Affiliation DAAD Germany, SP, SC, GSFN UK, Union Osun Nigeria. So all these things, they are elements that are trying to explain who this person is. And if you want to ask me that how long did it take to put on this very profile, I will tell you that it takes me 14 years. Because I've been on this very platform since around 2014 or 2011. But over the years, I've not been able to actually connect to anybody on the platform because there is this very mode of communication. If you don't have a profile that can attract people, if you message them, they are going to suspect you that who is the person actually messaging me. So if they cannot read your profile and get the substance of what they are looking for, they will just ignore it. In fact, there was a particular year that I tried to message different people around the world, and all the like about 200 messages, none of them responded to my greeting that okay, I am happy to connect with you. None of them responded because of the profile. Until when I started improving on my own profile, then I started getting a kind of a response until the point of trying to even send me invites. Do you get that very scale? There was a particular time when I sent messages, no response at all because of profiling. Then there was another stage of it that when I send, they will respond. Now, the level now is that even without even sending message, I receive many invites that I respond to. So that is telling us that career profiling and professional profiling is very, very important. And like I said, it doesn't happen over the night. Like our speakers have said, you build it gradually. And anybody that is in a hurry cannot achieve it. Because you begin to dictate and discover this thing over time. Now, let's go to the lower side. There is a link here. If we click this very link, anybody that want to cross-check that, okay, we have seen the profile of the person. Let us test the link that this very person has put here. The person is going to land on my authorship page. And this is going to give them an idea of that, okay, this very person has also tried to put so many things into the space. Now let's move to the last section that I want to show us. Nobody that want to connect with anybody as a professional. Even I myself, if I see any kind of a invitation, I will first of all go and check what are the person posting, what is the content, then read about the person, then look at the experience of the person, then look at the certification, education, and some other things. So that is going to tell me that okay, who this person is. Let me use another person as an example before I stop because of our time. This Mr. Mohammed Al Ghazim. We just connected this very week, and when we connected, both of us we did the same thing. We did the same thing. Then we now say, okay, oh, wonderful. We are actually having the same profile. Look at his profile background picture. It is telling a message of him being a driver of a business platform which he owns with his partners, Sales Class. If you look at the name, if you look at the profile, if you look at all his posts and the rest like that, so you are going to see that yes, this is somebody that has substance, and this is somebody that's actually into something. So let me stop sharing and come back to the session. Where I am driving to is that majority of the people don't understand that the opportunities you get in the global space, it is not the amount of certificate that you have been able to amass, or the amount of money that you are actually earning. Nobody cares about all those things, but how you can convert your experience and the certificates and your connection with people into something that can represent you, so that when people sees it, they are going to get connected and get hooked, and you now start to now begin to communicate, to begin to introduce what your interest is. Then lastly, many people will make a mistake of if you are connecting to people for the first time, request should not be part of your discussion. The second thing should not be financially connected, because it is a kind of having a dent on that very communication. If you are requesting for anything instantly, or you are requesting for financial, or you are talking about financial reward or financial deals, or you are given an assignment and you are unable to deliver it. Because once they see your profile, they will give you a measurable assignment that can give them an idea that what you are proving that you can live up to that very experience. And the last thing I want to say is that even if you don't know, like in our last session with Dr. Sahir Bano, try to learn along the way to understand and deliver that very service. Don't give it to somebody to help you do it. Because if anybody help you to do it, you will be in a situation whereby it will be only you to deal with that very assignment again. And that is where we say that you will be discovered that you cannot do it. So it is better to go slowly to learn it and deliver the service. You will learn along the way, so that when you are given the same assignment next time, you will be able to do it perfectly well. So that is the point I want to make, and that's the demonstration I want to show us. So let's take the last.
Those are in your career way and your career path. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Miss Jennifer Olawure.
All right. My advice is just I'll refer to one of your posts, one of the posts of Dr. Said over the week. He said if he wants to give any of his children any advice, it will be patience. That in all that you do in your journey, be patient. Patience is a very important and essential virtue in this career journey. And not even career journey alone, in anywhere we find ourselves. And as we've learned today, I'll just advise that we harness these reflections and experiences and the points we've talked about. We should harness them and we should make sure we place them in practical and experimental context. We should use them. We should practicalize them so that in our personal journey to either leadership position, to insights, or into anywhere we find ourselves, in any area we find ourselves, we'll be able to manage and develop our talent into what exactly we want to become. So that's all. And it will benefit us and even the society at large because that's always our goal. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Jamiu.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So from my end, what I would say is we should take charge of our lives because if you don't, no one else will do that for you. So if you want to be successful, you have to be determined. And to be successful in life, it comes with so many challenges. So you must buckle up and be ready to face and surmount those challenges. Also, the need to have proper control of emotion is also very, very important, both in seeking for job or even while working. So, because negative emotions disempowers, positive emotion help to grow in life. So, and also attitude, the need to have a positive attitude cannot be overemphasized. In fact, some of the scholars arguably even talk about attitude as being even better than a more skilled person. If you have a positive attitude, it means even if you don't have that skill today, you can learn it. So let's be positive and progress will come our way by the grace of God. Do have a great day. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we are very proud of the session today. We are going to have the same session at the end of next month because we'll be having two presentations from the global guests on 2 Saturdays. Then we'll be having a kind of an opening for the month. Then we are going to be having the global networking session at the end of the month. And that the global networking session and the opening session can be training. It can be about project presentation. So it can be some other opportunities. But what we are actually key and particular about is the global guest presentations, because that is where we are going to learn more about different stories of scholars and different opportunities that are embodied or that are embedded in this very program. So let us keep that very schedule. Yeah, quickly.
Please, I want to ask that seeing all these achievements from all of you, sir, as our seniors, scholars, and all the achievements you've made, I think there must have been extra miles you went to achieve all this success. So what usually baffles me now is that is there really enough to accomplish all your goals, or you stay up at night? And if at all you stay up at night, to what extent can one stay up at night to achieve his goal? Because as a student now, I think even the only day alone cannot solve. We can't get a lot of things done during the day because there's a lot of distractions. We have to attend classes, but our personal development sometimes we have to schedule some other time for it to achieve our goal. So to what extent can we stay up at night to achieve this thing? Because we have to balance the day with the night in order to not to affect our some primary assignments
Yes,
in maybe.
the question noted.
Yes, sir. And the second one, sir.
The second.
Sir, the second one is I am very happy we have Mr. Jami Omotosho. I'm very happy we have him here, sir, because is into tech, and I've been looking for a way. The world has gone technical, technical now. We do a lot of things through internet and tech related stuff. So I want to ask, how can I, like, as a researcher or an academia, how can I relate my field of work to tech, like to use tech to promote my academic career, sir? That's my other question, sir.
Yes, let me first of all clarify something. You see, as a student,
Yes,
like
sir.
some of the guests have said, they are all graduate scholars.
Yes, sir.
Jennifer is a graduate, Frank is a graduate, Mr. Otoso is a graduate. As a student, you need to focus on your schedule of academics first. Exams, lectures, tutorials, assignments, all those things, they are at the top priorities. So being a professional that is starting up, I think the engagement with the time and schedule should start like when you are about to graduate or when you have graduated. That is first clarification, because it will be a wrong preview of a picture that you have not finished capturing it and you want to be editing it. You have to first of all take the picture before before you
Yes.
can now be editing to now
Yeah.
have a beautiful picture.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
That is just a clarification.
Yes, sir. I'm very happy with your reply,
But
sir.
let Mr. Jami Omotojo respond to it.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate your answer, sir.
Thank you so much, Doctor. So the response is this: in terms of the timing required, I think like you said, one of the guiding principle for us all is the fact that the days are not enough. I mean, we have to pass through inconvenience of night reading and what have you. That is given. So what you can just do is things that are done every day consistently over time, you realize you achieve whatever you want to achieve. So instead of having it like, okay, in a week, I'll just read in the night 4 hours, you can split that 4 hours into probably 45 minutes or 1 hour every night. Consistency is key. You have to be consistent with whatever you want to come up with. That's about that. The second one is, I appreciate doctor's response. I will also want to add that while you are, that's why we're having this kind of session. Once you've identified that this is the particular field I want to go to, having prioritized your primary focus, which is to get your degree, you can as well start working sideways on it. For instance, now, like Doctor mentioned, we have another speakers too. We have all these online platforms like LinkedIn that you can look at, okay, this is the kind of plan I have. This is the kind of goal I want to achieve. This is the kind of career I want to pursue. So having that in mind, you can start watching what that person is doing. Look at his or her profile to say, okay, at so stage, this is what he was doing. Okay, now I want to do it this way. Now, by the time you achieve, you have all those clarity, before you realize it, towards the end of your program or as you are rounding up, you have already started taking concrete action. And like what we have now using internet, ChatGPT, and some other artificial intelligence platform can be of great help. So it's just to know how to go about it, being able to ask the right questions. It will guide a lot to achieve so many things in whatever we do as academia. Thank you so much. I hope I'm able to answer.
Thank you. Yes, Jennifer, respond to that question.
All right. What I just want to add is that you being a student, what you can do is not that you already know where you're going. You know what you want. That's why IT is there in your 300 level or 400 level. anyhow it is. So when you know where you are, or where you're going to, or there should be an establishment of such in this nation, in this country, in Nigeria, wherever it is, in whichever state. So you can apply. You can start by applying there for your IT if you know what you want. Apply there for your IT. Then if you're opportune to get it, then you just make some connections, network when you get there. Know what you want, network when you get there. So it will be like you're preparing a ground for yourself. You know people there, and you learn more about it. And when you're back in school, you'll be ahead of your mates. There's no how, because you already know where you are, because you already know the field you're going to. You'll be ahead of your mates. And by the time you wrap up your studies, then you go back. You can go back, or by then you would have known more. You would have been exposed to other opportunities in that field. There's no how. And when you get exposed to the opportunities, then you can, maybe your 400 level or your final year, then you can start writing applications, send out applications. You can start by applying for jobs, applying for training. Internships are there. Anyhow you want to do it. But just know that being a student does not limit you to where you're going, or to what you want to achieve. That's that about it. And the second question, as they've rightly answered, you can just try to manage your time and balance things. You shouldn't overwork yourself and get overloaded. No. There's a way to balance it. Know how it works for you. You have some people that they can't even read during the day. All they want to do, like their personal stuff, they have to do it at night. And we have some people that they don't work at night. They have to do it during the day. So know what works for you and balance it up. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
thank you, sir. Thank
Very,
you.
very briefly, Mr. Frank.
All right. Thank you so much. But for me, what advice I can give to him is that, first of all, we say, and the things I mentioned time yourself or have schedules for that day. If you time yourself and have schedules for that day, I'm telling you, for example, when we're at campus, what we do is that each and every free time we see it as just we don't have what to do. You find someone just watching movies, just doing this and this. Time yourself for the movies, time yourself for what you want to do, time yourself for that day. Just know that I have a meeting at this time, I have lectures at this time. Time yourself for that day. And another thing is that learn how to network when you're at campus. Network and learn how to collaborate with the society you're in. The third one is that have targets. If you have a target, you'll be able to achieve your dreams. But if you don't have a target, you won't be able to achieve your dreams. If you have that target, that let me say that in my third year, I might achieve it. But if you don't have a target, you won't be able to. And don't jump on each and everything. Be specific on what you want. That will help you achieve what you want.
Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Shehu Adeyeye, raise up the hand to talk. Yes, briefly.
Sorry, Sister Jennifer responded to what I wanted to comment on. Thank you, Doctor.
No. Have your voice. Have your voice.
Okay, I was about to pass a short comment about my brother's question about how where you said he should face this undergraduate pursuit right now. I wanted to ask if I don't know if I'm in the right place to ask this question. Must younger ones finish the first degree program before they start earning? Residual income in Nigeria, I'm seeing it as one of major factor why undergraduates venture into this cyber crimes. So is there a way we can encourage these youth tech enthusiasts to venture to start any residual income, no matter how small, before they graduate, so that the peer influence of the flaunts from the other criminal, co-students would not influence them into cyber crime. So that's what I wanted to ask the doctor. Must they wait till they graduate before they start having residual income? Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. You see, I have jotted down 2 points here today that we are going to feature in our next session. Number 1, academic growth and career growth. Which one? How to manage, how to balance? Because majority actually dropped the academic goal for their career profession. At the end of the day, they realize that they have missed the road. So we are going to create a session of this, of something like this, to that aspect as well. This one also, residual income. You see, money making, going to school doesn't stop anybody from making money. In as much as that very person is rightly guided. But we are going to make it a focus to actually discuss it fully. Thank you for bringing it up. Another thing that came up during the month session was the research and the project. So, and I have said that in our next month, we are going to focus more on research and projects, so that by the time we want to enter the 3rd month, we have so many projects to present to Dr. Monok for funding opportunities or for review and other opportunities. So, assignment for this month that we are going to check upon everybody is that let's go and profile our LinkedIn account. If we don't have it, let's go and set it up. If we have had it, we have opened it, let's profile it to standard. Let's check the people that we can check their profile and look at how best we can put our own profile. But in as much as we want to do that, don't let us lie. I saw one profile of one of my people. He put almost all the certificates on tech. I asked him to do a simple website. When I saw the design, I was laughing. So let's put the best of what we can do, and let's make it unique in a way that it will look attractive. Let's do that for this month as our assignment. And also, let's try to talk to others like we have been doing. Let us share the link of the videos to them, the sessions. Let's share it with them on our group. Let's share it so that they can also see the beauty of this very platform. And having said that, do we have any other question or any other specific issue? Do we have specific issue before we close for the day? If there are no issues, so I will call upon one of our members to give us a closing remark, and I will call upon Oladele Kazeem. Give us the closing remarks. Then we say goodbye for this session.
I'm very honored, sir. Thank you, sir. Alhamdulillah. I think today's session has been a very great session, sir, because I really learned a lot. Being that you have brought people that are very close to our level of at least where we are looking to move to in some years, like new graduates, some people that are just making waves in the techs, people making waves in the agricultural industry. I'm very happy, sir, and I'm very honored for this. I'm very honored for this opportunity to give me to give a close remark, sir. So I want to usually do every time we run up a program, I will go to the profile of every guest that was invited to see what they do and how they have been maneuvering their careers right from the beginning through LinkedIn. Even I use Facebook, and some people will notice what I'm saying now. Even all the participants here, it is possible that today I will add all of them through my LinkedIn or Facebook. I usually go there to at least to follow up, because these people have a lot of things, great things that they have achieved in their life, and which we can follow for or to steer our own career. So I will advise that everyone should do that, to make that an habit. Every host or every invited guest, we should just check them to know what they have and what they have been doing and what we can be doing too, and how they steer their career. So thank you very much for the opportunity to give. So I appreciate you, sir. Because I ABC, Ms. Jennifer, and Mr.
Thank
Benjamin
you.
Motoshow, and Mr. Frank. Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
I know if you give Kasim 30 minutes, he's going to use 1 hour. You see?
I'm sorry for that, sir.
Yes, there are issues within the comment that I want to clarify. We started with the notion of a mentor mentee, but I discovered that actually we should move to the level of what the world is expressing now. There's no mentor mentee, but we can have our classical level of scholarship. The pre-degree scholars, the undergraduate scholars, and also graduate scholars. Then we have the global guest scholars and the rest like that. So I think we should stick to that title or to that description, because some people don't feel comfortable when you call them mentee, and even not all mentees are even having mentors. I mean, now some people will be calling you mentor, but if you ask them to do something, they won't do it. And you know, okay, if I cannot tell you to do something, I'm not your mentor. I'm your role model. I am your role model. Hey, call me role model. So, so let us use that. And of course, there will be some amazing announcements before the next session. I want to thank everybody, especially our guests, because we have not done this before. We just say, let us try it, and it turned out to be a wonderful session. So we are going to have another set at the end of the next month. And I want to thank everybody once again. And let's have a good day, a great weekend, and also a very happy time. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you so much.